Welcome back to my booktube channel. My name is Melissa. I'm the reclusive reader, and today we will be doing a little bookshelf in-depth. I say little, this is going to be a long video. I mean, honestly, I think if I can get under 45 minutes, I'll be proud of myself. So let's see how I do. But yeah, this is my in-depth bookshelf tour. Now, I only did my bookshelves where I have my books. As you can probably see down there, there are more bookshelves. That's more video game related things. But this is my booktube channel, so we are going to be going into all of my knickknacks. So let me know below if you see anything you really like. Let me know what you decorate your bookshelf with. I just absolutely love the whole fake plant vibe. That's what I love in my life, because I cannot keep a plant alive to save anything. So this, I'll be going into my book, an in-depth tour of all of my bookshelves. So yeah, thanks for coming along with me, and I hope you all enjoy. Okay, and we are back. We're gonna start up here at the fantasy section, and we're gonna work our way through. And then you got fiction, you got more fantasy, you got anime, you got romance, you got miscellaneous, you got holistic, you got more fantasy, you got sci-fi. Who's ready to go on this adventure? Let's go. All right, first up we have fantasy, and fantasy is kind of scattered throughout here, so just bear with me as I go through this. So, all right, so here we have my Witcher section. I believe these are all of the books, the prequels and the series. I feel like they might have come out with one or two I don't have, but I'm trying to get them all because I am obsessed with the TV show, and I am super excited to dive into this series. I'm getting them on audiobook because I want to be able to be immersively reading. So I'm super excited for that. And now here we got some overflow Witcher items here. But this is the start. This is YA, but I don't think it's all YA, honestly. I'm looking at this. I don't know if these two are YA, but I know that mostly everything else in here is YA. So these are all my YA books. I absolutely love the Powerless Reckless series. I'm obsessed. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait for Fearless. I'm so excited. So then next is my lovely Clarissa Broadbent shelf. Now, Clarissa is literally one of the books that got me back into reading. I am seriously obsessed with Serpents and the Wings of Night. I literally even have the German edition over here. And I got to meet her back in, I think it was November, and I got her to sign a couple books, and it was just such a fun experience. That's my Clarissa shelf. Next we have more, I would say this is my romantasy shelf. That's what I would say. I absolutely love A Curse of Breath and Blood by K.W. Foster. That is literally the perfect romantasy, and I got stickers for them and stuff because I love that book. And then we got Assistant to the Villain. Now, this is another funny story. I actually I met Hannah Nicole Mayer last year twice. I got the opportunity. The one time was with Clarissa. Hannah hosted the panel for her. So that was awesome. So all three of these are signed. Two of them are annotated because I seriously love this series. I can't wait for the third one, and I'm hoping she continues the series, but we'll see where it goes. And then these are the rest of my romantasy. I literally got these because my girl club wannabe told she went viral over this, and I gotta read it. I think I'm gonna get to it this year. That might be one of my goals, to read this series, because I hear how good it is. So we'll see. This is my Olivia Blake and Leah Bardugo shelf. I met Olivia the one time with Hannah locally, and I fell in love with her. Her personality is just the best. As a woman in this world, she's of color, it's just seriously, her writing is just poetic. I am obsessed, and that's why they're together, because I also feel like Leah His writing is so poetic. I just devour her. Absolutely devoured these. The Shadow and Bone, Storm and Siege, and I really got to read Rune and Rising. I was waiting to finish Onyx Storm, and I finished it, so I think I'm going to dive into this soon. And then I already got ready the Six of Crows and the King of Scars. Like, I'm ready to go. So that's another great shelf that two authors I've just fallen in love with. Then down here is more, this is like my little tiny shelf, and this is just like, this is obviously some more YA fantasy. This is the arc I read, Palace of Disorder, I really liked. And then these are the Affliction trilogy by Crystal J. Johnson. And if you love zombies and you love romance and you love fantasy, like, you need to read this story. It's so good. I love Ryland Shaw. Like, let's go. And then I just got the special edition Hunger Games books, and I still actually need to post them, but they just came, and I just popped them there because I have the other Hunger Games books here. But we'll see, because I'm getting the Haymitch story, the Sunrise Reaping, so I'm curious if I'm going to want to put them together or have like a new little setup for the whole Hunger Games vibe or something. So we'll see. So down here is like my Game of Thrones, House of Dragons section. We got all of my little Funkos and all that. We got Rhaenyra. We got Viserys with the mask. Like, how much better can you get? These books, these are worthless except for on your shelf. They're like the tiniest font ever. They like remind me of the little Bibles as a kid. Like, I would not recommend these. I wish I would have waited and got the new set that recently came out. Like, that would have been so cool to have, but now I feel like I can't justify, so now I'm stuck with these. And then this is like probably my favorite George R. R. Martin book, The Rise of the Dragon, and this is the illustrated version. It's so good. I want to get the Fire and Blood, but I just haven't gotten it yet. And then I had found this at a local bookstore, like super cheap, The Ice and Fire, so I want to read that too because I like the illustrated versions. They are, to me, just like so much easier to like read and stuff. So that's the whole first bookshelf. That's like fantasy and romantasy and like YA fantasy and stuff. I did forget to go and show you guys. So my fiance, he prints out 3D printed dragons and like colors them and stuff. There's gonna be another one later, and I love him. He's so talented. It's so cool. So yeah, that's my first shelf. So we're gonna go to the next shelf. So you 90s baby like me, I know I know you love Twilight, and I had to get these. I asked for them for Christmas, and my fiance got me the box set. And then of course now they like just announced like a special edition, collector's edition or something, but I still gotta read Midnight Sun, this little novella, and then The Life and Death. Like, I need to read them all. I'm super excited to like read them eventually and like dive back into the world, but I'm sure it's probably going to be like super cringy, so we'll see. Next two shelves is Sarah J. Maas, the Queen. My fiance, once again, he did 3D printed or whatever and stuff and painted these bookends and this little like crown thing, which is like so cute. So up here is all of my Throne of Glass books. I got the Throne of Glass collectors. I got that like a year ago in an airport. I was like, oh, I like jumped on it. I've never seen it before at the time, but now they're like everywhere. So that's like the Throne of Glass shelf. And then down here, we have the Crescent City and ACOTAR. Now I'm super excited. I did just pre-order the Flame and Shadow in the paperback because I need to have them all. Because that Crescent City is my favorite Sarah J. Maas series. I know that I'll probably get some hate for that, but like they were so good to me, and I just like absolutely loved the whole like cyberpunky world vibes and the fantasy and the romance and the action. Like, I just saw it was literally perfect. Like, this book is like my perfect book. Like, I would take this on an island if I was like stranded. I would grab this book to read forever and ever because I just think it's perfect from beginning to end. So yeah, that's my SJM rant. And those are my double shelves for her. This is like my fantasy miscellaneous. Look at my little, I got that at the Renaissance Fair a couple years ago. You can't use it or wash it, but it looks super cute. I put my book of the months here. I put all the fantasy that like isn't like I don't know, like I said, like that's like randomly there, like it's just like kind of what looks good. So like I'll just put all the fantasy here. Now I'm putting all of my special edition solos like here and stuff, so that's going to build out because that's like super cute. I love all the sprayed edges. I love seeing them next to each other. But I do have some others like sprinkled through, like over here I have the Stars Are Dying, the Stars Are Dying special edition, and the Night is Defying special edition. Super cute. I still need to read the Defying one. Mr. Harry Potter section. This box came with the books, but I'm using it to like kind of store little knickknacks and stuff. And I just like thought this little section was like really cute. Like we have like my little Lego set because I like am obsessed with Luna and like I love it. I love it, love it. And then my fiance got me that like dragon like a couple years ago. And then this I got at Books A Million. It's like a little herbology like stationery set with like stickers, a notepad, a pen, like all that stuff. Like it's super cute. This was one of those wands and it just like stopped working. Use it, and sometimes I'll use it in my pictures and stuff, but I just have it shoved here. I love the Fantastic Beasts movies. If you don't like them, don't come at me, but let me know in the comments because I love Newt Scamander. And if you don't, you can get out because I think he's just hilarious and lovable and adorable, and I love him and Tina so much. This Snape is probably my favorite character after reading the Harry Potter books. His arch is insane. His demeanor is enchanting. I am just such a Snape fan. I am going to read this, like without a doubt. I'm going to read this book soon. So that's one of my 2025 goals. But this is like my little knickknack Harry Potter section. I got these cute like, there are actually bookmarks, but I just have them hanging there looking cute. So yeah, so we're gonna like do a little quick jump over these. These are the books. These are my Harry Potter books. These are the books that came in that case. I really love the UK original covers, if I'm being completely honest. But if I needed a backup, I wanted just the original Harry Potter like covers, and I'm obsessed. I love them. I want to go through and I want to annotate the books, but that's like for future me. And then I got my little Hungarian horntail dragon there, and then over here we have all three of the Manalama, I know I'm butchering that, editions that are just absolutely stunning. And the fact that they're not continuing the series, it just like breaks my heart because one, the OCD in me hates having an unfinished series set like this, and the other part is like how cool. I would die to see the Half-Blood Prince in this. I would die. It would be so cool. Those are my Harry Potter section and stuff, and that was the last of the second section, plus a little bit into the third section. So we did the first two sections. Get the fantasy out. Now we're moving on we're going to be moving on from fantasy until the very end. This is my little book nook. You can't really see in there that well, but it's like got a little dinosaur. My fiance got this for me for Christmas, and part of the Christmas gift was I didn't have to put it together. He put it together for me. It was amazing. So it's so cute, and it hangs up, and he's going to get it where I can have it on all the time. All right. Now we're on to the third bookshelf. This is my fiction / like memoir section. So we got Kristen Hanna, we got Kennedy Ryan. These are all just my fiction book of the months. I really wanted to get Isaac's Song, so I added it to my last thing because I like didn't get it like a dummy. So then over here are like my memoirs. Dinner for Vampires. I'm literally going to start that probably in the next day or so. So I'm super excited. Absolutely love the share memoir. Absolutely. I gave Elvis 5 stars. That's my man. And then I still got to read Loud by Drew. I'm super excited. So the next is horror / thriller. This, we have the original Green Mile, and then we got Psycho, Frankenstein, Frida's Housemaid, Don't Let the Forest In. If you want YA horror asexual, so freaking good. I love this book. Then I got this. I actually got this as an ARC, and I'm actually really excited to read this, but I think I am gonna wait until spooky season to read it, but I am so excited to read this. And then we got the short stories, but this Stephen King, I got that from my mom, so these are probably originals and stuff, and they're like, oh, I'm excited. I think I might try to read it soon, but I don't know. But yeah, that's my horror shelf, thriller, all that vibes. Next, we have anime, and I don't know about you guys, back to the 90s babies, had to do Sailor Moon. I grabbed these I think back in 2019, and I think I read them all. I think I'm like maybe not reading a couple at the end, but I gotta finish that. I just have like my little Sailor Moon collection, and I just love them. You got the Avatar, The Last Airbender, and then I got Fruit Baskets, Funko Pops, because I just loved Fruit Baskets. I did not read any of the books yet, but I really want to and get them all. And then over here it's like these, the Sweat and Soap is mine. The Sweat and Soap is mine, but the Scott Pilgrims the Scott Pilgrims and the Naruto, those are my stepdaughters. And then these are the Kamikaze Kiss is mine. And then I got this How to Speak Dragonese for the Future for my children. It's my little anime shelf. And then down here is the Harry Potter again. And then underneath that, it's not really book related, but this is my Stardew Valley shelf, because who doesn't love a nice cozy Stardew Valley game? Down here are just miscellaneous YA books that I really don't have anywhere else to put them, so they're going here. We're done with the first section. Right, and now we're going to move over to romance. Over here is my H.D. Carlton section. I absolutely love her writing. Hunting Adeline was one of the books that got me back into reading. So yeah, that probably tells you a lot about who I am, too. But the one I didn't like, the one I probably liked the least was Shallow River, just because it was like a little too dark. I don't think I'm a fan of reading like domestic violence. I think I discovered that over the last year, but the way that her characters like overcome and stride, like I literally love her work, love it so much. Then over here, a dark romance bookmark, just some goodies, got my crystal. I really want to get to 𝑾𝒆𝒄𝒐𝒎𝒆 this year. I'm going to actually probably make it a priority. I'm probably going to read that one. I literally loved Behind the Broken by Chloe C. Piranda, and I need her to come out with the second book on physical, because I read it and I just like need the second book physically for my shelves. Absolutely, if you like the Mindfuck series, you need to read Can You Take It by S.C. Arlette. I devoured this book. I actually got it as an ARC. Loved it so freaking much. I bought it. I got Beautiful Bastard. This I've been seeing everywhere now. I need to read this. I got this forever ago. I need to read it. Greenlight from Probably Smut. Got this book as an ARC. And then I liked Edge of the Veil by Crystal J. Johnson and Felicity Vaughn. Crystal's the one that also did the Affliction series. This was so spicy. This was really like, if you're just trying to get a little spicy spice, you gotta go for that. So yeah, it's my dark romance shelf. As you see, they're all dark. Then next is my romance shelf. So this is like a staple, the Twisted series for me. A while ago, I made a TBR jar. I don't even know what books are in there, honestly. If I'm feeling frisky, I may try to pull some out of there, but Lord knows what's in that jar from forever ago. I just like printed out a Goodreads Excel and like cut it up and put it in. So then we have some Rebecca. I got the Love Can Hurt Like This as a gift. I read If He Had Been With Me. I had not read If Only I Had Told Her, because I wasn't a big fan of this one, but I feel like it's because I'm a little older. So we'll see if I read that one. Maybe if I can get an audiobook. This, I really want to read When Haru Was Here so bad by Dustin Thau. I want to read all of his books, but this is just one I have. Then I love Carmen Rosales. Those are these two. I don't know why I have them separated. Probably didn't think about that. The sweatbox is like a boxer, but he's deaf. This is probably one of my favorite reads from last year. It was devoured it, loved it, absolutely loved it. Actually, this book is what got me into Carmen Rosales. Oh, this book destroyed me. Got it as an arc, and it's like one of my like classics now. This I got from my childhood. Pack Darling got from Probably Smut. Loved it. This was the first like Pack book I liked. Loved Pack Darling. And then Christina Lauren, love them. How to Get the Paradise Problem. So yeah, that's my dark romance, and then romance continued. So this is really just my Magnolia Park series. And then these two I had actually just won in an Instagram giveaway. So that's why I just have them down here chilling. But this is my little romance shelf and stuff. Got like my little stickers and stuff. I just put like that little Polaroid back there just in case I ever want to take pictures. So yeah, and then my final romance shelf is actually dedicated to my girl AJ Alexander. She is on the 20th. She's coming out with Hockey Romance, A Scoring Chance, and I literally ate it up. It was so good. It's probably going to be my favorite book this month. And these are the other books from her other small town romance, and I just absolutely love her writing. I love her characters. I love her storytelling. I just love. So that's all of these are the books, and this is some art I got in the PR box and stuff. So yeah, I just have my shelf dedicated to her because she's probably one of my favorite indie authors at the moment. So if you haven't, you must check her out. So those are my romance shelves. And then just down here, I'll do them both in one shot, is like my holistic health, mental health stuff. Down here are just some of the books. Like I got crystals, astrology, mental health, tarot cards, I got it all. Yeah, and then up here, some more little crystals and got like a bunch of different tarot cards. I got this one. This one's special to me because I got it when I was in 𝑾𝒆𝒍𝒄𝒏𝒆 down in Florida with my friends, and I just like think it's just like such a classic deck. And these are like little books that I love. Like these are just such easy little, like if I need to look up something, I can pull up these quick. And so yeah, that's my little holistic shelf. And that is it from the big bookshelf, the big bookcase, whatever you want to call it. It's all from the big bookshelf. Here you got my types of dragons. This I had printed a Throne of Glass map of Aurelia and the southern continent, because when I was reading, I was like looking up all of the time. My calendar, and it's a dragon calendar because who doesn't love dragons? Then this is the map from Fourth Wing. So yeah, those are like what's on the wall. So here on top, this is like jewelry if I need it for videoing. This is my embrasser because this is where I'll come before I put the books onto the shelves. And this is if I have physical copies of books I'm reading. The reading go here, and the finished go here. And then at the end of the month, I have all the books I read. I can take pictures and do whatever I need to do. Then I can move them back to their appropriate homes. So this is the Empyrean series shelf. I really just put the dagger there, but I would like really use it for photos. But this is the other dragon I was telling you about. How freaking cool. It just looks so cool. So I got my Fourth Wing editions, Iron Flame, Onyx Storm. The other Onyx Storm's up there because I just finished it. That's a House of the Dragon egg, but and that's a Game of Thrones dagger, but So, and then I got this pin at the Onyx Storm thing and stuff. So that was really cool. So I had to make it like a little shelf for it. And then down here is just my sci-fi shelf. I absolutely love Jurassic Park. I can't wait for the new Jurassic World movie to come out. It's going to be so good with Scarlett Johansson and Jonathan Bailey. Like I am just, can't wait. But yeah, that's what the stuff I have up there, it didn't really fit down here. And these are salt and pepper shakers. And then, yeah, my boy Jeff. So yeah, that's pretty much all of my bookshelves and what's on them in a more in-depth review. If you have any questions, comments, let me know. What's the coolest thing that you have on your bookshelf? I think the coolest thing I have on my bookshelves would probably be these hand painted 3D printed witch hands that my fiance did for me. I think they're just so cool, and I love how custom and adorable, and he thought to even do that for me was really nice. So yeah, so I hope everybody has a great day and happy reading, and I hope you enjoyed this book tour, and thanks for coming along.